People there were very.
Dobry wieczór. I've actually arrived in Kielce and I'm taking bus 45 to get to my guest house, which is on the edge of the city near the forest. Good evening from Kielce. This is my room in guest house Villa Romana right here. And I guess you do Poland the right way if it has this kind of cozy, homely atmosphere. People were super friendly, only cash payments. Some a little bit back in the trips of my youth, let's say. Hotels always used to look like this. And the receptionist, the lady, said there's another Dutch guy staying here tonight, like of course, because they're everywhere. But it's actually a very neat place for 2 nights, Friday and Saturday night. The total is 260 zloty, no breakfast included, like 30 euros a night. Pretty good though. Clean, shower, cozy atmosphere, nothing else to wish for. Right, here's the Villa Romano I'm actually staying at today. It's quite nice and it is on the edge of the forest. There's a Dutch guy here, the Dutch guy visiting. Haven't seen him, but Dutch people are not very chatty in general when they meet abroad. Like it takes a specific type to talk to around people when you're on vacation. Most people sort of say hi and then that's it. But I would like to have a chat. In other case, it's a little bit far from the center, 5 kilometers, so I actually taken Uber, which is like 15 zloty, and that is like 3.5 euros. And for that very modest amount, you can travel 5 kilometers in a small or moderate Polish city. I'll go for breakfast, hang out the whole day in the city of Kielce or Kielce. I still am not quite sure how to pronounce it, but here we are. So here we are in the center of town. It is relatively well preserved because just about 10% of the actual buildings was damaged or destroyed. A couple hundred buildings, but all the street plan and many buildings are actually intact, so it's a very pretty city. Totally different again in atmosphere than, for example, Olsztyn or Białystok, of Białystok being the city that was most destroyed, and obviously Warsaw as well was very much destroyed. But here you have the old vibes still, and that's very nice to see. So each Polish city has a couple places that are super crowded for breakfast and coffee, for example. There's always the hip fancy places, but if it's too busy, I just go somewhere else because I don't really like the popular places that much, unless it really warrants being in a crowded spot with kids around and stuff. But I think I'll choose another place that's more quiet. Right? Look at this right here. Completely different atmosphere and style again than in other places in Poland. I really like this. Right now, this is more my style for a breakfast place. I really like this. This is restaurant Fragola right here. This is a lovely sit-down restaurant. It doesn't have even a tenth of the people who were in the other popular place, but look at this. Somehow I always find the places actually worth going to. This is amazing. Right, so it is finally springtime and starting the day off very slowly in Kielce. I had a great breakfast this morning. Spent over 100 zloty, had some great coffees as well. But It was a great sit-around cafe just to start the day very slowly, and then before you know it, you rack up a bill that's basically just as much as a dinner, or at least perhaps a few years ago. That's what I used to spend on dinners, and now that's the price of breakfast. In any case, it's a beautiful, beautiful park here. When at some point I started exploring Poland on Google Maps, I saw that Kielce had a very particular uh, center because it's sort of surrounded by a park, and then a bit south you have these quarries where they used to sort of cut maybe limestone, I don't know, but that's how it looked. And if you walk further south you get to these quarries, and they've been turned into a sort of city park plus an amphitheater. So I guess I'll be walking there just to check it out. I remember just a couple months ago I was walking in Olsztyn and everything was covered in ice and snow, and I was really waiting for the season to kick in so that I could actually explore in you know, when it starts to get green and without slipping on the ice. And right now it's spring and I have the whole year to continue exploring Poland, and it's just awesome. Time is on my side, I hope. Yeah, this is super nice. I'm happy to be in an actual old historical city now in Poland, where there's still the old city format, the city layout to be explored rather than everything is redone after the war. This has a nice bit of contrast, for example, to Białystok. I haven't yet gotten a full first impression of Kielce. Yesterday I went to the Rynek to have a zapiekanka late at night, but I haven't yet fully explored the old town. I'll just walk around it first to get a good sense of the layout of the city, and then I'll go actually inside a bit to explore the old buildings and stuff. I won't have space for lunch anytime soon because I'm still very full, but maybe we'll find a nice place for steak. Like, I typically have a bit of a southern meal schedule, like I have breakfast at 9, lunch at 3, dinner at 10. That's a bit my schedule. So I'm struggling a bit because I came from Bulgaria and I'm used to that schedule. Like sometimes I even had dinner at midnight, and here I need to adapt my schedule a bit because restaurants close quite early and I don't really cook, so I always go out. So I'm just trying to go to bed earlier. Like I don't typically sleep before 2 at night, and I'm trying to set back my clock to the northern or central timeline instead of Sicily times, which is perhaps not very suitable for this area.